to earn the United States title at this stage in my career and use it as a...
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, this is the Red Carpet Ring featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King himself. Got another good one for you guys today. We'll talk about top-ranked United States champions ever. So we're going to talk about that one. We're going to talk about the top-ranked champions of all time. And this is going to rank of anything from... It could be champions from the old days, champions of current. It could be a range of anything. You guys get the likes up when you come into the ring. Definitely going to talk about this top ranked list. This is a good ranked list that we came up with. Talked about it. Very, very good one. I think it's a very fair one. But you guys let me know you think you hear it. This is a very, very solid one to say the least. Very solid one to say the least. Like I said, this is about history of championships. Just history of it. You name it. That's what it's all about. And it's a good thing to discuss. I would say too that it's about history. It'll be more described. The title does not start with WWE. Of course, it originated from NWA. And these are designs of this championship that came out since 1975. So it goes back a way long way. And as you guys know, is a WWE branded belt today. It is very respected belt. I know it's Intercontinental is a WWE belt, but it still holds some weight, holds some history of everything. Definitely holds history of everything, guys. So more will be discussed about this belt shortly. We are here talking about the top ranked United States champions ever and talk about the top 15 United States champions. So we are going to definitely discuss this championship and the history behind it and talk about the great men that held this championship. It's a long list of names. So many men have held this championship. I don't know where to start. You got the likes of Sting, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Greg the Hammer Valentine. You had later on, you had many people hold this belt. Many people, and they went on to become world champions. Like I said, Lex Luger, Magnum TA. Like so many people. John Cena's one of them. Randy Orton. So many people have held this championship. Then currently in the past several years, we had guys like Bobby Lashley, Ricochet, Apollo Crews. It's just a long history of men that held this belt, guys. But it's so many lists. We'll be here all night. We're going to talk about the top 15 United States champions. These are the designs of the belt, and we're going to discuss it shortly. And let's get into it. You guys get the likes up as come in. We're also here live on Facebook and X. So we'll be there for a little bit as well. Make sure you guys get the likes up over there too. Because this is a very good list, guys. You don't want to miss it. Definitely a list you don't want to miss. The United States Championship and the history of it, as I said before. And the prestige is getting back to where it should be. Definitely the prestige is back. I know the title had lost some prestige, but it's slowly working its way up, despite of certain people may be holding it. as a whole still holds a great history. So let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about it. Top 15 United States champions, top ranked United States champions ever. And this will be the top 15 United States champions of all time. Again, like, subscribe as you come in through the doors. Giving real good information here. Now, let's explain what is the United States Championship. The WWE United States Championship is professional wrestling championship contested in the American promotion WWE on the SmackDown brand. It was originally known as the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship and began as a regional championship created by and defended in Jim Crockett Jr.'s Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, a territory of the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA for short. Harley Race became the inaugural champion on the title's introduction on January 1st, 1975. Turner Broadcasting bought Mid Atlantic in November 1988 and renamed it World Championship Wrestling, as known as WCW, after its primary television program. And a side note, this is the and according to WWE, this is the most second oldest active championship. The WWE Championship was in 1963. This was in 1975. So it's the second longest active championship in WWE today. Also, overall, there have been 101 different champions. Ric Flair holds the record for holding the most reigns at six, even though WWE don't recognize it, six is five. While John Cena holds the record for most reigns under WWE banner at five. Chris Benoit is tied with John Cena with five, two from WCW, three from WWE. Lex Luger holds the longest reign with his third reign lasting 523 days, while Dean Ambrose holds the longest reign under the WWE banner at 351 days overall, the third longest in title history. Stunning Steve Austin, for those you don't know, that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He second reign was the shortest, lasting approximately 5 minutes. Only two men, Lex Luger and Rick Rude, have held the championship continuously for 1 year, 365 days or more. So that is the history of the United States Championship, and that's what the United States Championship is. So we'll go to, like I said, bonus. Normally we do 10, but we're gonna do 15 plus honorable mentions. So it's gonna be a little more history to be explained. So we're gonna go to number 15. Now my number 15 pick, I have Chris Benoit. He had five reigns as explained earlier. He had 357 combined days. His noble feud was with Booker T. Now I like Chris Benoit as United States champion. He um he really made that title important, especially when he was on SmackDown brand. He was even a better United States champion than he was a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. That's my opinion. He did a lot with the championship. He had a best of seven series with Booker T back in 2006. They had their last match at the No Way Out 2006 event, which he defeated Booker T, best out of seven. I think that was a great feud with Booker T and made that championship feel just important as a world title. So I did like that they was doing on SmackDown with the United States Championship, and also he didn't have no bad run when he was also on WCW. He had some feuds there as well, but I know most recent was with Booker T, and this was before Booker T won the World Heavyweight Championship as the King Booker gimmick. So, like I said, it was great. I like the few that those guys had. So it was cool. So like I said, 5 reigns. I know he also, even after he won the World Heavyweight Championship, Chris Benoit, he still was a defended, you know, he still defended a great times with the United States Championship, great defenses, everything. He made Phil just as far as the world title. And with that being said, I'm going to have Good Bread, and then we'll get his input on Chris Benoit.
Salute, and welcome, guys. Chris Benoit, to me, I think you said it. He was a better U.S. champion than any other champion title that he held. And I want to commend you, man. Salute to you for being one of the only content creators in the IWC that have put this man on any one of your lists. But real is real, right is right. You can't take away this man's accomplishments. But yeah.
Indeed. One thing I forgot to do when I came in through the door, how rude of me. I forgot to do my intro, and I'm gonna do it now.
Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
So I just want to put that on there. Yeah, Chris Benoit. Yeah, despite of what he did, the tragedy. Um, I'm not saying that was good what he did. I'm not condoning it, not one bit. But despite that, he was a great United States champion. I can't take that away from him. So, um, I know a lot of people gonna stain his name. I mean, everything. Just because WWE don't say his name again, I mean you don't have to either. I mean, y'all, the IWC, you're not employees for WWE. Neither am I. If he was good, he was good. If he wasn't, boom. What can you do then? But like I said, great champion. Now I'm going to highlight number 14, and we're going to head to that champion. And it's the guy that we were just discussing that had the feud with Chris Benoit, and that is Booker T, who had four reigns as United States champion, combined days 266, and his most notable feud was Chris Benoit. Like I said, I don't want to repeat it. He was the other guy involved in that best of 7 series. And I liked how Booker T also made that championship feel just as important as a world title. It was also set him up to become a world champion. Because if you notice, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, that's why Booker T lost that series to Chris Benoit in the best of 7, because Booker T went on to win the King of the Ring tournament, where he defeated Bobby Lashley in the finals, and to become the World Heavyweight Champion under the King Booker gimmick. So that's why he lost the series, but it made him look good. That's what I liked about this championship. He looked just good with the United States, just as good as the world title. So I like the fact that he had this belt right before he started his world championship run on SmackDown's King Booker. So other than that, I have nothing else to say. Booker T is state United States champion. He played off the injury gimmick real well when he had Randy Orton substitute for him in one of those 7 matches. And he cheated, had Randy Orton win the match for him as a substitute. That was a great storyline. He had the crutches and he cheated and he hit Chris Benoit with the crutches and had, of course, Queen Charmel involved. Well, she was Queen Charmel at the time, but Charmel anyway. So it was great. I liked it. I liked that feud, and it really catapulted, really elevated Booker T to become a world champion. So I have nothing else to say about that. Good Bread, I will pass the mic along to you on that one.
Now Booker T don't get a lot of credit. He need more credit than what he get, because you got to remember Booker T was the last official WCW World Heavyweight Champion. So when he came on over to WWE should have really ran with it. I mean, they could have really ran with this whole invasion angle with Booker T leading the charge as the invader. You know what I mean? But again, when it comes to the United States title, I say Booker. This was his title. It was better than his title, his championship run to me.
I gotta give you your due on that one.
And I'm awesome!
Yeah, awesome. That's true. He was, and also I believe he was the United States champion back in WCW, if I'm not mistaken, as well as the World Heavyweight Champion. But like you said, WWE didn't respect him enough and give him his recognition. Um, I liked him as World Heavyweight Champion King Booker. I just wish he had won that title as Booker T instead of King Booker. But that's neither here nor there. Um, like you said, he was the last WCW champion, and you already know the gimmick with if you remember Good Bread when he came on to a lot of people still talk about to this day when he interrupted The Rock's promo. The Rock was like, "Who in the blue hell are you?" And he was like, I'm the WCW champion." Like like Booker T was a nobody. Like I'm champion from WCW. If you remember that, I thought that was kind of salting. And Sting said that too in an interview. That's why he didn't make the jump to the WWE at the time.
Yeah, that was one of them damaging comments that was made. But Booker T skills was able to Booker T Booker T skills was able to overcome that. It was always the booking, like, and it's a WWE way to do things, bro. And it's sad, bro. It's sad, but you know what I mean, stay tuned, guys. You'll figure out why.
Yes, definitely stay tuned. Before we move on to number 13, let's see who came in the house. Brian Turner, what's going on, brother? So you came in there. What's going on with you? We're gonna move on to the next one, and it will be number 13. So let's do that. Number 13 pick. Let me see. Yeah, number 13 pick will be another legendary wrestler. He was a former world champion of WCW, still wrestles to this day. But he started out winning this championship first. I mean, you guys know him. It's Sting. This is when he was Surfer Sting, not the Sting he is now. And he had two reigns with this championship, combined days 234. His notable feuds with Ric Flair and Ming, who he defeated to win the United States champion. Um, to me, Sting, he was a great United States champion as well. He did his thing as United States champion. It seemed like any championship he held, he made the best of it. Whether it's United States champion, WCW champion, NWA world champion, anything. But he also was a great United States champion. This was early on in his career. This is way before the pro scene with all he does now. But I heard that he had great matches on TV, great feuds, and he made that belt important. But that's my take on Sting, and I'm gonna pass the mic along to Good Brain on this one.
My guy Sting. Now I was a Hulkamaniac, but along with being a Hulkamaniac, I was a stinger. I was a stinger, bro. Sting was my guy. So to tell you the truth, you said it. Any title Sting holds. Because Sting was a great television champion. He was a great world champion. You know what I mean? Any title you put on Sting, he was hot, bro. He was believable. He was fun. You know what I mean? And Sting knew how to take an ass whooping and then come back. Just like Hogan, he had the Hulk Hogan blueprint. Get his ass whipped the whole match and then come back. But Sting with like if you notice, right, the US title is kind of used as that bridge, you know what I mean? No pun intended, as that bridge that they use to get you to the world championship. So the US title really was like just a stop. It was a stopgap to prepare you to get to the world title. same way they use the Intercontinental title.
Gotta give you your due. Let's give him his due.
Because I am that damn good.
Yes, that is a very good statement you said. For fun fact, with Sting, before he started his singles wrestling career, especially on his run as, Service Sting and Pro Sting, he was in a tag team with the Ultimate Warrior. I think it was called Blazing something. I can't
The
remember.
Blade Runner, the Blade
Blade
Warriors,
Runners.
the
That's
Blade
right. Blade
Warriors.
Runners.
Yeah, Blade Runners,
A-
Blade Runners.
yes, the AWA. They had their little tag team run. After that, disbanded. Sting went his way. Warrior went his way. And you already know how their careers went. But they was in a tag team together. I just recently found that out from about Sting and Ultimate Warrior. The Blade Runners, it was a tag team. Just wanted to point that out.
That's a fact, yo. That's a fact, though, Katie. And do you know that Sting actually they got the face paint gimmick? That's why they both had the face paint. That's why they both have that face paint gimmick. And Sting actually put Warrior on to the colorful streamers and stuff because the surface Sting was working so well for Sting that he put Ultimate Warrior on to the color and being colorful, being surfery. And if you notice, early Ultimate Warrior was very colorful.
Yes, that's true. The only difference is Sting was a much better worker than Warrior. Warrior was not only a better worker, but he was better. He was big draw money, but definitely Sting got him beat on the worker's part. But yeah,
And then, you know what's real about that because it's normally all the tag teams is like that. You got your big powerhouse, and then you have your worker. You know what I mean? Look at the Street Profits. You see Montez Ford is more like your Sting, and then you know what I mean. His partner is more like the Warrior.
yeah, big dude. Yep. And then also you could even throw the New Age Outlaws. Billy Gunn could wrestle, but Road Dogg had the promo skills. But they was a good mix together. So I noticed that too. That's what made them so great. But with that being said, we are going to head over to number 12. And my number 12 pick, he's another, before he was a big star in the WWE, before he had a Hall of Fame career and one of the biggest names ever in wrestling, and if not one of the best merchandise sellers ever. Before all of that started, he was the United States champion, and this guy was stunning Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin, for you guys who don't know, he had hair here. He was not Stone Cold stunning. He was a former United States champion. He had two reigns, 240 combined days, most notable feuds with Ricky Steamboat. Um, he had a great feud with Ricky Steamboat, and I remember him when he was stunned Steve Austin, and I knew he could wrestle then. I never thought he'd blow up the way he did, but I'm not too much surprised either. He always had the in-ring work. He just needed the right gimmick to put him over. That's all he needed was the right gimmick to put him over. So I like that about Stone Cold Steve Austin. He always was a great worker, but I liked him as United States champion. I definitely liked him as in a tag team with Brian Pillman, the late Brian Pillman, and the Hollywood Blondes. But Stone Cold had it, man. He always had it. Like I said, I knew he would be something. I never thought he'd be the star. He the biggest, one of the biggest star, if not the big star at one point, alongside The Rock. But he was a great United States champion nonetheless. I believe Stone Cold was also a television champion. Like I said, I followed some early parts of his career. Um, but like I said, United States champion, Steamboat made him look like $1 million in their matches. And I also want to shout out Ricky Steamboat. He made Stone Cold look like a star. And I know Ricky Steamboat didn't have to do that for Stone Cold, but he did, and he really shined those matches. So yeah, but I'm gonna pass along the mic to Goodbrand on this one. Just want to highlight how good he was a United States champion, and also he's one of the very few people who held the United States Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. Because Stone Cold came from WCW, so I just want to point that out that he held this and the Intercontinental Champion, two mid card championships before he became a world champion. So
Man, Stone Cold Star is damn near greater than Hulk Hogan. It's up there with Hulk Hogan. Man, it's nothing that Stone Cold can't do. And it's sad, right? Because he get respect for being a brawler when the man should get his respect for earlier in his career when he was a wrestler. He was a technical wrestler. He was a genius. That's why the match with him and Bret Hart was so great because at that point his character read brawler, but his DNA, his makeup was all of a technical wrestler. So it was two technicians in there together. But y'all was fooled. You know what I mean? Stone Cold great, man. Stone Cold great. He great. He one of the greatest ones, though, honestly, because he made every title great. He was one of the few that you're gonna hear me say that he made. He could have been number one on his list as U.S. champion, and he did his job. He was the bad guy in that feud with Steamboat. So you know what I mean? Steamboat a great worker though. Steamboat is a great worker, but best believe Stone Cold made that feud. Stone Cold made that feud because Steamboat tend to he see Steamboat lose focus sometimes, man. Steamboat lose inspiration, he lose motivation, he lose focus. And when you're in a ring with a guy like that, you gotta be one of those ones to bring it. If Owen Hart ain't botched that power driver, Stone Cold would be just like Dustin Rhodes right now, still wrestling.
yeah, I agree. Stone Cold, like I said, Steamboat did make him look good, but Stone Cold also held his own. Despite being a bad guy, he looked good. I mean, like I said, he was a television champion too, I believe. Was he a television champion too, Good Bread, if I'm not mistaken?
Definitely, this man had all the titles,
All the
and he was a
championships, yeah.
and he even had the tag team championship with Flying
Yeah,
Brian.
with Brian Pillman.
And they put them together thinking that they was gonna screw them, and they won the tag team championship.
Yeah, this just shows you that WCW had a lot of talent. Despite them going out of business, they had a lot of gems. Stone Cold, Triple H, Undertaker, Cassie Jack, plenty of guys, but Stone Cold's definitely had to be highlighted on here. Great United States champion. And if it weren't for the long history of this championship and the ones that came before him putting their hard work, I would put Stone Cold higher on this list. But because they did do that, I'm not going to disrespect those legends before him. And you guys will see that in a second who I put above him. But yeah, definitely great United States champion. And we are going to move on to number 11. And this is coincidentally the guy we just mentioned. Um, he's also a Hall of Famer, but I know he has had the best runs, but because his great in ring work and his skill, he had to be higher than Stone Cold. Honestly, these two could have been either spot or between 11 and 12. And that's the guy I just mentioned, Ricky Steamboat. He had 4 championship runs with the United States Championship, 260 days combined. Most notable feud besides Stone Cold is also mainly Ric Flair. And him and Ric Flair have wrestled each other a good 100 times, if not more, whether it was over the United States Championship or the NWA World Championship, whether it was the NWA or WCW. These guys have great battles and best chemistry. It don't matter what championship was on the line. It don't matter if it was a regular match or a steel cage match. But He is definitely a great champion. He is at number 11. I will pass that along to Mr. Goodbrett or Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat is always going to be mentioned as one of the greatest workers. Like his speed, his pacing, his timing in the ring was great. Plus, he had one of the best physiques. You know what I mean? And he had that. He just had the overall hero. You wanted to root for Ricky Steamboat. You know what I mean? He had the look. He had everything, bro. Ricky Steamboat had everything. But again, the company gotta trust you, and they gotta have faith in you. And Steamboat has so many, you know what I mean, letdowns that the company really just used Steamboat as that hero that could chase and might win, might lose. He was a good transitional champion, but you really wouldn't want to put your strap on him for the long haul because something gonna happen where he gotta vacate the title. But again, that's why he's not that high on the list. But you gotta add Steamboat because of his work rate.
I agree. I give you a due on this one.
And I'm awesome!
Yes, that's awesome. We said about Ricky Steamboat. I know he had a lot of personal stuff going on outside of the ring. Um, I wish he could have at least been a WWE World Champion. But as we discuss more about him, as this stream and other streams, you'll see why the company put the belt on him. We'll go into more depth on. All right, let's take a pause here for 1 second while we on number 11, Ricky Dragon Steamboat. Let's see who came to the chat. Say salute to you guys in the rain. CeeLo Meyer, salute to you. Figure 4 TV, salute to you. Tyler Helton, salute to you. Came in time. We on number 11, talking about the top 15 United States champions of all time. And definitely. You said, hey, Red Carpet Rain, maybe we could do something. I'm starting my own YouTube channel soon. Oh, great. That's what's up, man. Good. Good luck to you, man. Yeah, man. You got to keep me updated there. I'll look into that, though, man. That's good. You starting your own YouTube channel for wrestling. That's good, Tyler. Keep me updated of when you're going to start it. But that's good, though, man. Always good to hear somebody coming up doing their own thing. That's what's up. We are going over this great legendary United States Championship. But other than that, though, guys, let's get back to we was on number 11. We are going to go to number 10 on the top ranked United States champions ever. You guys in the ring, get the likes up. Also, X, you in Facebook, put your likes over there too. Or come to Red Carpet Ring on YouTube. We see you guys over there. But let's continue on with this list, shall we? On that, but definitely. Before we go to number 10, let's see who came in through the house. That is Billy Bishop Records. Salute to you. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming out. Came in through the house. Goes to down to 10 and below. Number 10 for United States champion. This is another Hall of Famer, another legend in this business. And he he before he was an NWA champion, he was a definitely a United States champion. And every feud he was in, he looked good. He made the title look good, and that's no other than the son of a plumber. That's Mr. Dusty Rhodes. Now, Dusty Rhodes only had one championship reign. He held for a combined 141 days. Most notable feuds with Lex Luger, you could say Ric Flair, and others too. But before he won the NWA championship, he was the United States champion. He was with NWA. I like Dusty Rhodes champion. He had very good title defenses. He made his title look important. You know, Dusty was just a great of a worker. You know, it wouldn't matter what championship he held, but he did his thing as champion. And it's no other words to describe it. Gilbert, I will pass the mic along to you regarding Dusty Rhodes.
Now, Dusty just this was the setup for the world's title. Like I said, this United States title was the setup for the world's title because sometimes this United States title was used as the world's title depending on where the territory was at, guys. And I mean that's all I'm gonna say, and we're gonna leave the rest for us to go to the toxic ring scandals, guys. From here, we're gonna go to the toxic ring scandals. Not just yet, but if you have not subscribed to the toxic ring scandals, when this video finish, put that in your search bar, and that's where we're gonna be at. This video is gonna continue, guys. All right, but that's all I'm gonna say on Dusty. But Dusty is a great heavyweight champion. He ain't never really need the United States champion.
Sorry, I was muted, but also I will say this again. Let's get the lights up. Thank you, Jessica, for pointing that out. This is real good information regarding the United States Championship. This is a mid-card championship that not just, beside alongside Intercontinental Championship, but it has a lot of history behind it. So let's get that going. So let's get going with that. So let's go to number 9. And number 9, now we discussed this particular wrestler last week on the Intercontinental Championship list, but he was more known for the United States Championship. He had a better run as United States Champion, in my opinion, at least. And it's going to be no other than Rick Rude. Rick Rude was United States Champion. He held the championship one time. He had combined days 378. Most notable feuds Nikita Koloff. Like I said, I looked it up. He had a great run for United States Championship. He's one of the few men to hold it over a year besides Lex Luger. And he made that championship important. He treated it like he was the world champion, actually more important than the NWA World Championship. Him and the kid Koloff had playing matches against each other. Sometimes it ended in the DQ or a count out, but he held that championship down. You had to literally rip that belt off him. So Rick Rude's a great worker before his unfortunate neck injury that in his career early. So he had to retire, and of course he passed away at 40 years old. But he was a great United States champion, one of the best. And that's why he's within the top 10 United States champions. But I want to highlight Rick Rude. He really was a good champion. And even though he had it once, he made a difference enough. Now, he did go on to become an NWA World Champion. I'm sorry, the WCW World Champion. He did win that championship later on. But before that, he did win the United States Championship first. And, there's no way other to describe that. Very, very good. That's man, Rick Rude, man, this thing is champion, But I will pass the mic along to Gilbert on this one.
Yeah, my God, you don't give yourself any of those ad-libs, man, because you cooking right now. Rick Rude is the man. When it comes to the United States Championship, Rick Rude is the man. That is his title, bro. The word. Rick Rude. I seen him feud. I think he beat Sting. Sting couldn't take the title from him. You know what I mean? But Rick Rude was the man. That's his title, definitely, man. But yeah, you got to give yourself some more ad-libs, man. You be on fire when it comes to this, man. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this video on all your social media platforms.
Well, if you insist, when it comes to me talking my wrestling IQ. All that says one word:
Recognize.
recognize. And also, I got to do another one. And when it comes to this, I am that damn good.
Because I am that damn good.
Yep, just like the game. But definitely, this is a very good stream. Like I said, thank you all for coming out. It's crazy as we only got until we got 8 more with honorable mention. And like I
And
said, we're gonna go.
that's the reason why, because it's a reason why it's 15 guys. It's a reason why it's 15 tonight. And we could say we can go on and on about who should be higher and who we made it 15 because we had to respect this championship.
Yes, indeed. Like I said, we have 8 more plus some honorable mentions. And after here, we will go across the bridge over to the Toxic Ring scandal. We're gonna discuss the scandals regarding the United States Championship, and there's gonna be some information you wouldn't even think, you wouldn't believe. Even I was surprised when I found this information. Yes. Later on this evening, we'll go to Toxic Ring scandal, talk about behind the scenes of what happened of people that held the United States Championship and the scandals and drama behind it. For those who don't know about the second channel, or if you don't already follow it, it's called Toxic Ring Scandal, aka KDH, and we call that the locker room, aka KDH. It is also known as the locker room. That's where we talk about stuff behind the scenes. So I will, if you type that in, I will put something out later on regarding the United States Championship. That'll be later this evening, though. So you guys keep an eye out for that as well. Definitely. Tyler said you should be doing worse U.S. Championship tomorrow or weekend. I'll definitely take that consideration. I should do that. I probably should do that. Tyler gave me a good idea, man. I appreciate that, man. But definitely gonna talk more about it. The bass stuff and all that behind the scenes on the other channel. So if you guys ain't checked already, Toxic Ring Scandal, aka KDH. But let's get back to continue on with this list of top ranked United States champions ever. So you don't want to miss that. Like I said, everybody from Facebook, thank you all coming out. Please come on over here. And with that being said, it's held to number 8. Now, number 8 for United States Championship. He's one of the best United States champions and one of modern day best U.S. champions. And you saw him earlier. I'm gonna show it again. Mr. John Cena. You can't see me. 5 championship runs for the United States Championship, most under WWE banner, as I explained earlier when I explained what the United States Championship is. 405 combined days. Most notable feuds was with Booker T, Rusev, Kevin Owens. Now, John Cena, what I like about him, the United States Championship, he did something that very few people are able to do. Not only he won this championship as his first singles championship when he won at WrestleMania 20 against the Big Show, he also, after he won his world championships, he also won this later on in his career, and he still made. And when he did win the championship later on in his career, he won it at WrestleMania 31 against Rusev. Rusev, who's undefeated, but it was a big win for John Cena at this point in his career. If you guys remember this moment here.
Caught in the ladder. Cena. Hey! Cena got it. Cover. Cena does it. Cena does it.
So that was a good moment, very good moment for John Cena. Let's continue on. Let me talk more about John Cena, the legendary John Cena himself with this championship. It seemed important just like he did World Championship, whether it was WWE or World Heavyweight Champion, and he had the open challenge that he made so famous. So many people had an opportunity to wrestle him, not even just Kevin Owens and Rusev, but AJ Styles. It was Cesaro, Dean Ambrose. The list goes on and on. And he made this field important. You know, I even liked his feud with Seth Rollins back at SummerSlam 2015 when there was U.S. title versus WWE title, and they put on a great match, you know, against Seth Rollins. But he made this championship. Now, you know, I know he got the spinner belt right there. You know, it's a little cliche due to hip hop culture with the spinner rims, but he still made that championship nonetheless. And I will always respect John Cena for that. We always talk about how John Cena was a great WWE champion, which he is, also a great World Heavyweight champion as well, but we never talk about how much great United States champion he was. He made this championship in modern day amazing. Hold the phone. Before I continue on with John Cena, want to make an announcement. Got a $2 super Cash App, excuse me, a $2 Cash App from Mr. Figure Four TV himself. Figure Four TV, he sent a Cash App of $2. I want to say thank you for that. If you guys look on the screen, you can also, besides send super chat, you can also send a Cash App. I have the link or the Cash App tag at the top of the screen, and his request is open mic. And as you guys already know, when you do send a super chat, super sticker, or cash app, you can request a soundbite. And Figure 4 TV, that's pretty much as usual. He wants open mic night.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
So salute to you, Figure 4 TV. I appreciate you sending it out. Let's continue on with me talking about John Cena, ranked at number 8 for top ranked United States champions ever. And he took us to a level. He was the guy that brought that championship back to prominence. And like I said, he won that from Rusev at WrestleMania 31 in 2015. That's when he won that title back and started the Open Challenge. You know, on Monday Night Raw, or you know, mostly or other events. But I respect John Cena for this championship. He did his thing, and there's no other way to put it. And I gotta give myself a little credit for that. I'm gonna say it.
And I'm awesome!
Also, too, John Cena, he was very proud and privileged, as he stated in a promo, that he was the United States champion later in his career. He said that to Roman Reigns on an episode of Monday Night Raw. If you guys remember that promo.
Privileged to earn the United States title at this stage in my career and use it as a beacon of opportunity.
So John Cena never took the United States Championship for granted. But let's continue on. Yeah, salute to you, Figure 4 TV. Thanks for the cash app. Much appreciated. Yes, I'm going in on this like Lil Wayne and Drake right now. So, but I'm gonna pass to my good breath. I think I said enough regarding his championship runs of John Cena.
Ain't much you can pretty much say about John Cena. And I mean, if you was an ordinary, average IWC geek, you would have put him as number one. But knowing the information you know, and knowing that being a historian, the wrestling historian that you are, you know what I mean, you know better than that. But like I said, if you was the average IWC geek, you would have put John as number one, and rightfully so. But of course, you different, bro. I salute you, man.
This is why the red carpet ring is supreme. I don't just say that tagline, be saying it. I really do feel like we are supreme. Not just me, but the chat and everybody as well. That's why supreme over here. I do stuff that the average person wouldn't do. The person you think I'll put at number one, I'm not gonna put at number one. Person you think you see at number 5 or 6, I may put number 2 or number 3. I don't just go off uh, basic stuff. I look at everything, not just popularity, not just draw numbers. I look at everything regarding champion. So that's what makes a champion. Whether they're the biggest or the smallest or whatever, you gotta look at everything when it comes down to it. You gotta be fair. You gotta call it right down the middle to say so. Sort of, So I put him at number 8. Um, I'm gonna go to my next person, number 7. Like I said, also you gotta respect the ones that came before the modern day people. And, just because you see him on TV now and ain't the best, look at the history before it. That's what I did with his championship, other championships. Look at the ones in history who made this championship what it is today. So that's what I plan on doing. That's what I'm gonna plan to keep on doing. But with that being said, we're here on to number 7. This is another great United States champion. This guy could have done so much more with his career, but fortunately, this guy had a tragic car accident, and I heard through the grapevine he could have been where Mr. Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania was at, but he wasn't. But he was a great United States champion, and I heard a lot about this gentleman. Gentleman name is Magnum TA. He um he kind of looks like Johnny Ace with a mullet, just with a mustache, or Jay the Snake with this hairstyle. He looked like a better shaped version of Jake the Snake with his hairstyle. Jake the Snake, but more fit, if that makes any sense. Jake the Snake, more fit brother, it looks like. But anyway, he had 2 championship runs, combined days 274. Most notable feuds with Tully Blanchard and Nikita Koloff. Um, but he did his thing. Magnum TA, before he retired early, he did his thing as United States champion. And I heard so much about him, did some research. He's up there, man. He don't get enough credit like he should, but he made this championship feel important too. And I noticed all the older guys that was in NWA and WCW, they put in that work, serious work with this championship. This wasn't just a mid card title. This was the title, more important than NWA World Championship. I just want to highlight that on the legends that held this championship back in the NWA WCW days. I want to highlight these guys. That's why they're higher on the list because they deserve this, man. They really do. Um, like I said, man, I know I'm going in right now. I know I'm kind of going along usual, but this needs to be highlighted. Like I said, I'm going to pass the mic along Goodbread. I know he knows something about Mav TA as well.
Definitely. Magnum TA was supposed to be the next Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? Magnum TA was a great, good guy for the Four Horsemen. Like, Magnum TA and Nikita Koloff. Magnum TA was just that ultimate good guy. Like, everybody loved him. He was like the fan favorite. And he always drew. Magnum TA drew. Believe it or not, he drew. I mean, obviously his opponents was like Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, but he drew as a good guy, and that's all I got to say about that.
Yes, yes. Magnum TA, yeah, great, great champion. I wish he did not get injured. I wish he could have had a long career, but he got derailed with a car accident. Fortunately, at least he's still alive. Yeah, he's still alive, so at least he's still here, you know. But we're gonna highlight number 6. This is let's going by fast, but Trust me, it's a lot more names we haven't discussed yet. So this number 6 individual, he is also another legend that does not get the respect he deserves. I'll put some respect on this guy's name. Now, when I grew up, listening to him, watching him, and listening to his promos and everything, he was known as ECW legend, hardcore guy, but he did a lot before ECW. And he come from a very famous wrestling family. This man's name is Terry Funk. Two championship runs with his belt. Now he only had 19 days, but he made an impact in those 19 days. And his most notable feud was with Ricky Steamboat. And he only reason I want to highlight he had a short run. This man went on to become an NWA World Champion. Um, he did great things with that championship as well. And look out for that. I will in the future not just do this top 15 United States champion. I will do a WWE top 15, NWA slash WCW top 15. You know, I will do those as well because all these wrestlers, legends, Hall of Famers are connected to both those championships and will not be ignored. I just want to say, Terry Funk, great worker, um, great champion. Wherever he held this or any other championship, you know, from legendary Funk family, I would pass the mic along to Good Bread. He knows a lot more about Terry Funk than I do.
Terry Funk come from a long line of brothers and the Funk boys, the Funk brothers. And like you said, his reigns are not long because this was a stepping title for the NWA World's Heavyweight title. And Funk was groomed for that. So Funk could have been higher only on the strength of his body of work. Hindsight being 2020, but I mean, it is what it is. You got some great guys coming up on that list, man. But me personally, Terry Funk is one of my favorites. Him, Harley Race, those are the wrestlers from the old school. Those are the wrestlers who paved the way. Terry Funk is actually probably the creator of ECW. He's probably the creator of hardcore. That's where Paul Heyman probably got the idea from, just watching Terry Funk.
Because I am that damn good.
Yeah, I gotta give you a due on that one, man. That was very good what you said on Terry Funk. There's no other way to put it. And like I said, like, subscribe as you guys come to the door. We are not done yet with this list. That's the crazy part. We got some more. You know, we are down to the top 5. So we got 5 some honorable mentions, and the list gets even better and better of these United States champions. So we're gonna hit number 5. We'll highlight this guy. You know, another legend. You know, this is Ray the Hammer Valentine. He had 2 championship runs recognized by WWE, but in reality, he had 3. Now you're gonna see on some of these wrestlers, I put technically 3 because WWE they didn't recognize it. Basically, they was hating. WWE was hating, and I'll say it. They didn't give them their due. I'm gonna do it. That's why we're here at Red Carpet Ring. He really had 3 championship runs with his belt. He had listed by WWE 392, but he really had 592, you know, which is almost 600 days. His most notable feud was with Roddy Piper. They had a great dog collar match. I believe it was in 1980 or 81. And Roddy Piper, he was also a former United States champion. I don't know if he on this list, we gotta check and see. You know, so many people on here, so many wrestlers, so many legends. I can't keep up with myself. But we'll see if he on this list, if he made it or not, or he made an honorable mention. But Greg Hammer Valentine was definitely the man with that championship. And You see how he's holding that championship. A nice design, a triangle to belt. As you will see, this is a beautiful championship design. They have very good, beautiful designs, especially now with the design that we just had back in 2020. And I will highlight those, show those designs.
And that is undisputed.
Soon. But like I said, Ray Valentine, great United States champion. He is thing, there will be more explained, with him and other guys. Like I said, Thompson Ring scandal, we got some good information regarding championship. But like I said, nonetheless, great champion, great Valentine, and we'll pass along good bread.
Now, Greg Valentine, when he won his first title, when he won his first United States title, he became one of the first father and son duos to win that title together because his father, what was it, Bobby Valentine, was
Johnny,
one of
Johnny
the
Valentine,
Johnny Valentine was one of the inaugural winners of the title. It's the second person to hold the title. So that's what I remember. And again, that Piper feud was dope. Piper lost his hearing, but that feud was dope. It was a dog collar match in Starcade. Fire. Right. And then Greg Valentine went on to become the WWE tag team champions with Brutus the Barber Beefcake. So Greg Valentine had a great history, man.
And I'm awesome!
Yes, yes, indeed. That was our my number 5 pick, and Greg the Hammer Valentine. We're gonna go to number 4. Number 4 pick. This particular wrestler, he comes from a very legendary wrestling family. I will explain who he is. Besides, him with having this championship, I will explain more about him. But I hear this name often quite a lot with this championship. His name is Black Jack Mulligan. He had 3 championship runs, technically 4. Combined days was about 500, technically 509. I didn't want to put that on there. He had no feuds with Paul Jones and Rufus R. Jones. And for those of you who don't know, Black Jack Mulligan, the wrestling family I'm referring to, his son was known as IRS Irvin something R. Snyder or whatever his name is. His grandson wrestles with WWE, even though he's on hiatus or injury right now. But for those who know Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, this is his grandfather, Black Jack Mulligan. Bray Wyatt is his grandson. So that's how long some of these wrestling history of these families go far along. Now, Bray Wyatt never won United States Championship in his career, but his grandfather did. And I don't think his dad did either, but his grandfather won his championship. This is Black Jack Mulligan is. For the new age people who don't know who he is, I can tell you that's Bray Wyatt's grandfather. Bray Wyatt, that's his grandfather. He had great feuds. He's one of the first few guys I've seen wear this cowboy hat. We also talk about Bob Orton. This guy, Gimme, was a cowboy hat. He was the first one to do it and actually got over. But we always talk about, like I said, he wasn't a WWE original. That's why Cowboy Bob Orton is highlighted more with the cowboy hat. That's just a little side note I want to put in there. But he was a great, another amazing United States champion. And he's holding one of those first designs of the United States Championship below. You can see the red with the gold map on there. But Blackjack Mulligan definitely was a great United States champion. And I will pass that mic along to Goodbread.
Yeah, Blackjack Mulligan. You put me on, but I didn't know that he was the grandfather to Mike Rotunda, guys. Bray Wyatt's father name is Mike Rotunda for my old school guys. Remember the Varsity Kings? That's Mike Rotunda, and I forgot his partner. But they used to have a great feud with the Steiner brothers. That used to be the best tag team match, the best tag team rivalry I ever seen. You know what I mean? And in fact, Mike Rotunda appears in WrestleMania 1, guys. If you guys go check the channel, check the Rumble, WrestleMania 1, Mike Rotunda, Bray Wyatt's dad, he appears in the match there with his tag team partner. Like again, I mean, I know we talking about Blackjack, but Mike Rotunda never won anything other than the tag team titles, and that was Irvin R. Shyster, guys, the Irvin R. Shyster character. But Blackjack Mulligan was dope. All of the Cowboys pretty much copied him, down to Dirty Dick Slater, down to all of the bad guys, all of the bad guys that had the even Bruiser Brody. You know what I mean? And they all traced him. You know what I mean? With the spitting of the snuff. You know what I mean? They all traced him. Terry Funk also took something from him too. He took the brand.
Hold on. Let's stop it here. Let's pause. We got 24 people in here, guys. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Come on now. Giving good information about the United States Championship, the history, and the legendary men that have held on to this championship. Come on. Let's get the likes up. We can do better. Only 7 likes in here. Let's get the likes up. Because if you don't hit the like button, we know it's cap.
That's cap. Totally cap.
Yeah, let's get the likes up, guys. Let's continue on.
And an iron from him. So, I mean, that's what I know about Blackjack Mulligan.
Yes. Blackjack Mulligan, definitely that dude, man. I mean, that's no way of putting it. Definitely this thing. We're gonna get to the top 3 now, and these 3 are very important to the United States Championship. Some of these guys went on to have amazing careers. These particular 3, they're not just any 3. I just want to highlight that. Very good. Very good, gentlemen. So I want to let you know who the 3 are. And once you see my list, you're pretty much going to understand why I picked these 3. And they highlight this championship more than anybody else. Despite the guys I mentioned, they did very good. I'm not taking away from them. These particular 3 highlight this belt. And I can't go no further of how. And we will get to honorable mention before we cross the bridge over to Toss the Ring Scandal. Also on Facebook, whoever's looking, thank you guys for coming in. Hit the like, share, subscribe on Facebook and Red Carpet Ring here on YouTube. Like I said, this is very important information regarding the United States Championship. Everyone talks about the Intercontinental Championship, but this title gets talked about enough, and it's because it's not a WWE original title. It's an NWA original title, and WWE likes to hate on other companies that brought a title that don't have their name on it. To thank Vince McMahon for that and company. But this title needs to be highlighted. It's title. After the research I done on this belt, I respect this title even way more than Intercontinental Championship, and I respect Intercontinental Championship. But this belt I respect more, way more after what I've read on my research regarding this title. So, like I said, I'm gonna get to the top 3, very crucial 3. Now, the number 3, regarding this one, he before he won this before he became a multiple-time world champion, he won his championship first, and he made this championship very important. He had very good feuds, very good chemistry with plenty of opponents, but he went on to have an amazing career, one of the best careers ever. And this guy's no other than Mr. Ric Flair. Woo! So he had 5 championship runs, but technically had 6. See, I said, hey, now I was talking about WWE. Combined days, 709. His most notable feuds was with more than one person. He had great feuds with Ricky Steamboat, Dusty Rhodes, Paul Jones, and Jimmy Snuka. He had battles with all these guys over the United States Championship before he went to become an NWA World Champion, later on a WCW Champion.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
You know, but we gonna highlight. United States Championship before he went to become an NWA World Champion, later on a WCW Champion, and of course WWE Champion. And he won the NWA World Championship, I believe, 8 times. That was recognized. WCW 6, WWE 2. That makes it 16. Even though Ric Flair's recognized, he recognized himself as a 21-time world champ, not 16. But Ric Flair is amazing with this belt. And we talk about Ric Flair as the 16-time world champion, whether he held the championship I just mentioned. We don't talk about how great the United States champion he was as well. He made this title just as important as a world title. You know, he put on a great show every night, whether it was against any of his opponents, whether it was steel cage or regular match. Even though he was a heel and part of Four Horsemen, he still made the title look good. And there was nothing that he could not do with this championship. That's the whole thing behind the meaning of the championship doesn't make the man makes the championship. Ric Flair is a pure prime example of that. So I will pass the mic along to Goodbread, and he will explain also as well why Ric Flair was great U.S. champion.
Yeah, like many of the other the ones that won the title, like Funk and Harley Race, it was just a prop to get them to the world's heavyweight title, and at times they used that as the world's heavyweight title. But Flair was a good champ, bro. Flair was a good champ. He draw. Flair. It was all about how can you draw, and it was no better draw than Ric Flair, other than maybe Hulk Hogan or Stone Cold, and that's real rap.
All right, we both say good things about that, and we both gotta give ourselves a due. And I'm gonna play this twice.
Because I am that damn good. Because I am that damn good.
Yes, yes, indeed. We'll go to it now. 2, and then there were two left. So we will go to number 2 pick. And this gentleman was also a Hall of Famer. Also, he held like Ric Flair, he held the NWA World Championship. This dude is one of my favorite wrestlers. After I did research on him, he was a boss in and out the ring. He innovated a lot of wrestling that's going on today. A lot of stuff that people, use, whether it's moves or stuff, how to do business backstage, anything. And we're going to highlight this gentleman right now. Not only he is a former or was United States champion, he was the first ever. Harley Race himself. He only had one championship run. He was the inaugural United States champion. Combined days 183. Most notable feud Johnny Valentine. And the only reason he held it was because he, like Gilbert mentioned a few minutes ago, it was to set you up to become an NWA World Champion, which is definitely what Harley Race was. I believe he's an 8-time NWA World Champion. And there's nothing he could do. Now, they say that there was no footage of when he won this championship, becoming the inaugural champion. Now, Harley Race was known as a booker back in the day, and I believe that he booked himself to become the first ever United States champion because there were many variations of this championship that will actually will show soon. If not here, definitely on Hot Spring Scandal. We crossed that bridge, but nonetheless, Harley Race is one of the best U.S. champions ever. Doesn't even matter if he only held it once. He made an impact. He made this title. He helped make this title get to where it needs to be. So there's no other words to say how great champion this man was. And with that being said, I will head and pass that mic again.
Man, Harley Race a pioneer to a lot, man. Harley Race is a pioneer to a lot. And Harley Race never hold any beef with Vince. If you notice, Harley Race always got his due because he always put his foot down and he always spoke up and he always stood for what's right. So, you know what I mean? Harley could have been number one. You know what I mean? If we'd have had footage, Harley would have easily been number one. But again, it's not it's like Harley has been duplicated and mimicked so much. Like so many wrestlers mimic and trace and take and come from the Harley Race. I studied him cloth. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. But Harley Race is a damn good wrestler, Hall of Famer. Definitely. Definitely.
All right, we'll go ahead to number one. Now, I know for those of you who know Red Carpet Rain, normally when I do a number one, I used to play a particular match, regarding that number one pick, whether it's event match or a championship match. But like I explained earlier, due to Rumble and their rules and regulations, I can't do that much anymore. What I will do, I start to do, I will show maybe, pictures of that event. I will, go into explain the match a little more. But due to that, and this list being so huge, I cannot go to Rumble anymore and do that as much as I would love to. Fortunately, I can't do that because I don't want to get any notices that I can't do that anymore. So, with that being said, we'll head to number one. We'll do honorable mentions. Maybe mention a couple more things. Then we head over the bridge to Toxic Race Scandal, and we will get into the backstage stuff behind the championship that we'll be highlighting. So let's get to number one. Lex Luger is number one. He is the best United States champion. He held his championship. He held the championship 5 times. Combined days of 950. 50 days from 1,000. The most of all time. He had good feuds with Harley Race, who was number two, and Kid Koloff and Barry Windham. Again, Barry Windham, that name, he comes from a famous wrestling family. He's also related to Bray Wyatt, for those who don't know. Barry Windham is the son of Blackjack Mulligan, and also the uncle of Bray Wyatt. That's Bray Wyatt's uncle. I know he recently had health issues, but he recovered. He's doing fine now. But other than that, Lex Luger, I know he wants to win the WCW Championship. and he was a 1994 Cold Royal Rumble winner with Bret Hart. Even though he didn't win a WWE championship, he was a great United States champion and the best United States champion. He made this championship look like $1 billion every time he defended it, or whether he was challenging for it. Any match he was in, doesn't even matter, or any feud he was in, he made it look good. And he looks good on him right here. I like this design. You know, Lex Luger, when I saw him growing up, he wasn't the best in ring worker at that particular time, but he definitely, his best days were back in the NWA, early WCW days. He wasn't always stiff like that, but he got better. He was better back then. It just went later on when he went to NWO and won the WCW title, he wasn't the same as this Les Luger is right here. This man really put this championship on the map. If anybody else put the championship on the map other than Harley, Ric Flair, it was this guy, Lex Luger. And like I said, I will pass him along to Good Bread regarding Lex Luger.
It's true. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Rick, Lex Luger is definitely a prodigy from Harley Race. I think Harley Race um groomed Lex Luger for this title. If you look at it, Lex Luger never won the Intercontinental title. Lex Luger never won the WWE World's title. If anything, he only had a little brief stint with the tag team title with the British Bulldog. Him and the British Bulldog when they tried that American team, that international team shit. But other than that, the United States title was his title. That's all he had.
Yes. That was his championship. He made it look good. So, honorable mentions we'll get into now. Like I said, we almost done here. We're gonna cross that bridge very, very soon. Get your shoes on, get ready to walk over that bridge. We're gonna head over there soon. So the honorable mentions, and these are gonna be guys who did not make the cut, but they still gonna get some praise as a United States champion. The first one we will mention will be MVP Montel Porter, and he had two reigns as United States champion, combined days 419. He held it for 343 days for one of those reigns. Very, very good reign he had his first run. Most notable feuds with Chris Benoit and Matt Hardy. Him and Matt Hardy had great back and forth. And this is when MVP was on the SmackDown brand. So it's United States Championship, much like right now, it was mostly on the SmackDown brand. So this was a great run he had with the belt. He don't get talked about enough. He was a great United States champion. Unfortunately, he don't wrestle anymore. He's a manager, which he's doing very good in. But I did like him as an MVP wrestler, as United States champion. And I will pass Mike on Good Red regardless.
Yeah, that's a good honorable mention. That's a good honorable mention. MVP, definitely great, and especially because he's proven it now. He's doing things now. So definitely, great pick.
Okay, we'll go to our second honorable mention,
I
and that
mean,
will be
like literally, hold on. MVP single-handedly brought back Bobby Lashley, and that
no,
whole Hurt business was him. Oh wow! Speaking of Hurt business,
yep, her business. Another honorable mention I want to mention. He was also on the SmackDown brand, on the championship. That is Shelton Benjamin. This is when he was doing the gold standard gimmick. That's why his head was dyed gold or blonde. I'm sorry, blonde. He had one championship run, very good run. He held combined days 243, and he had a feud with the guy that's mentioned MVP. Had a good back and forth. He held title almost as long as MVP did. Um, Shelton Benjamin at this point was getting kind of stale. He needed something new and fresh. And this is where the gold standard kicked in. And this is when he won the United States Championship. And I know he was doing that gimmick with his mom and stuff. The actress Thea Vidal, he was Intercontinental Champion. Really, really made him look bad instead of good. He wasn't that great, Intercontinental Champion. That gimmick with his mom and stuff. I know she had a thing where she had a kayfabe heart attack and all that stuff. He just got out of control. Like his mama was controlling him, saying you can't do this, can't do that. Really got annoying to me, in my opinion. When he came to this gimmick and it was more serious as a United States champion, I liked him much better as United States champion. Like Gilbert mentioned, he's a part of the Hurt Business with MVP. With the guy before him that I mentioned with Bobby Lashley and Cedric Alexander. So, but he was also a very dominant United States champion. He it's actually the best championship he held singles wise. Like I said, I know he's more known as a tag team specialist, but I like him as United States champion, and I will pass to Michael Gilbert regarding that.
The gold standard is dope. You know what I mean? That's a good honorable mention. I don't really want to go in over what you said. You said enough.
Since I said enough, and I feel like I did, I know you guys better.
Recognize.
And I also feel good.
And I'm awesome!
Yeah, I'm feeling real good, real awesome right now. I have one more honorable mention before we leave. And this is a legend, and I'm more of a modern day guy that held this championship. And his name was mentioned throughout this evening during the stream. We'll mention him, highlight him because he gotta get his due. He did not make the cut. I wish he did, but there was so many great champions before him. I gotta highlight him now. And that is Paul Jones. This dude made this championship feel like a world championship. He was a phenomenal guy, very phenomenal with his feuds. He technically had for 3, combined days 150. Most notable feuds was with Blackjack Mulligan and of course Ric Flair. So I liked Paul Jones. Where I've read research, he did really good as a champion here. Um, you don't hear other stuff you've done, but he has done great things as United States champion. That was highlighted, and as you can see, he's holding one of the early designs of that championship. But I like Paul Jones, definitely good. And I will pass the mic along Gilbert regarding Paul Jones.
Yeah, the guy Paul Jones was just always on the scene. Every tournament, he was like one of the finalists. This dude was everywhere you seen the United States Championship. He was everywhere. And he also got a chance to win the world's title too. So Paul Jones definitely is worth an honorable mention.
Okay. That is the whole list. You guys want to take a few minutes to look at these designs. They were good. This is one design of the United States Championship. That's one of the designs. That was a great design. It was another design of the United States Championship. There's another one there. Plenty of designs of this championship. But with that being said, we are going to end this here, but it's not over. It's just part 1. Exactly. This is part 1. As I mentioned earlier, I will go to Toxic Ring Scandal to mention the scandals behind the United States Championship. It's stuff that people may not know or not know about. So it's going to check that out later on. I will go to Toxic Ring Scandal, aka KDH, and we'll discuss those there. What happened with the United States Championship? It'll be something interesting you want to check out. But I thank you all for coming out for top ranked United States champions ever in the history of this championship. So thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. It was a very good list, very, very good list, and very, very well respecting the past United States champions, whether they're from NWA, WCW, or currently WWE, whatever brand it was. But they held the title, had it for that significant amount of time. Much respect to those men. Soon to videos will pop up. Who is the next NXT Women's Champion? The next video will be NXT Heatwave main event recap. You guys already know what it is. It is OUNT.